Hi, this is Stephanie Hines, and I'll be talking about Stufflebeam's Approach 3, which are objectives-based studies. So, Stufflebeam says that the objectives-based approach is especially applicable in assessing tightly focused projects that have clear, supportable objectives. So, basically, this type of study focuses on questions that are around the objectives for the organization. So, the evaluator would start with the objectives and then figure out if they're actually achieving those objectives. It's usually done by a curriculum designer or other leader inside the organization to figure out if the objectives have been achieved and to what extent. One example is criterion reference tests and student work samples can be used to see, let's say the objective is to improve writing skills. So you would look at writing samples from the classroom and also some criterion reference writing tests. It's very prevalent because it makes sense, it's easy to do, and the 4 steps are determine what the school's purposes or objectives are, identify the educational experiences related to the purpose, organizing the experiences, evaluating the purposes. So if the purpose is to create a writing curriculum, you would first look at what's already being done. So for the background, Ralph Tyler gets the credit for starting this type of study, and it was used in education. It's still used today. A lot of people have taken Ralph Tyler's work and modified it for their uses. It was in 1949 when Tyler published his book, his little book, which was only 83 pages. It's called Basic Principles of Curriculum and Instruction, and it started off as the syllabus for one of his classes. So either it's a really long syllabus or a really short book. So he studied student behavior to predict success or failure, and this was around the time when everything in the United States was becoming more scientifically oriented, and so this was bringing that impetus to education. So it was really embraced in education programs at that time. It's still widely used for curriculum development, especially in lesson plans. So Stufflebeam isn't very fond of this one. It seems like all the smaller numbers of approaches he isn't really keen on, and the ones at the end of the book he is. So this number 3 definitely would fall into the category that he's not really excited about, unless it's used for something like lesson plans or curriculum development. And as long as the people who are using this type of evaluation understand the limitations. So it can be improved by comparing it with the participants' needs, the side effects, and examining the process, not just the outcomes. So kind of extending it beyond just focusing on objectives. It doesn't give information that can be used for positive change. It's not timely. It's kind of after the fact. So it's like after the students have already finished their writing that you look at it to see if they're meeting that objective. It's not while they're doing the writing. So, and it also doesn't determine if the objectives are worthwhile. So there's no judgment really attached. Did we do it or not? So that's pretty much it. And here's some references, including Stufflebeam himself. And there we go.